This video presentation is basically to give everybody the opportunity to look at the research that John T. Reid had collected over decades. So make sure to stop and really take a look at all the articles that I've included. Again, John T. Reid was a miner and a vocational archaeologist from Lovelock, Nevada, famous for bringing to light the Siteka, the red-headed cannibal giants that we know them as, from the Paiute Native American oral traditions, petroglyphs, pictographs through the desert southwest. They did not die off until the mid-1800s. They were still around. They didn't all get killed at the end at Lovelock Cave like many believe. Now, most of the information had not been looked at since 1975. I went up to Reno, Nevada. On the University of Reno campus was the Nevada Historical Society. They had the boxes, 90 plus banker boxes donated after Reid's death in 1943, or at least they got hold of it after then. Boxes 60, I think, through 65 were not allowed for the public to see. However, I was able to look at 61 through 65. A lot of that information comes from here. It's a lot of high strangeness and phenomenon, not just the giants. So take a look at it. And unfortunately, I think it was box 60 or 61 that, due to the Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Act, and also a 2018 Nevada state law that's similar to the NAGPRA, they wouldn't allow me to look at any of the bones or the photos of the bones that prove that there were giants. It's pretty unfortunate. Keep in mind, too, that Reid had a lot of conversation, or it was actually written, between two presidents of the United States, a state senator, and J.P. Morgan Chase, that was interested in something that came from space. So take a look at that. Also, at the end of the video, I put some really important glyphs, especially what I've written out that actually can, if you find it, it helps show a connection between the Americas and overseas. The giants were seafaring, or somehow they got around. Remember, too, that many of the bones were of large animals that went extinct, and people just mistakenly thought that they were human because they didn't have a lot of paleontology experience, especially back in the 1800s and early 1900s. But remember, too, that you sure as hell would know a human skull, a human hand, and feet. And that's kind of what's been hidden or taken out of the historical data from us on purpose. And those would never be mistaken for, a mastodon or a mammal or a saber-toothed tiger. Definitely human, or at least humanoid. Now, remember, too, that Reid measured bones and calculated that when alive, the people that these bones were from had been between 7 feet tall and 9 foot 4 inches tall. The man was a mathematical genius. I put some of his examples here, and he knew what he was doing. He wouldn't have made an error like that. But so those bones that he had looked at actually went missing for several decades, only to magically resurface in the late 1970s. Then they got analyzed and found to be of normal-sized people. However, from what I could see and match by description, these were not the same bones. It's a BS cover-up. Lastly, I believe that the red hair on the giants was actually a natural discoloration of the bodies, and also that the dyes that were used during burial preparation turned the hair red. I believe that a lot of the giants actually had blonde hair. And then the giants weren't necessarily cannibals as much as they were headhunters, clearly stated in Great Basin tribes' oral traditions and seen in the petroglyphs throughout the desert Southwest, especially in Nevada and in Utah. So again, please give me a thumbs up, like the video if you can, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll get more information out here soon. Thanks, everybody. Take care.